It's martial arts, the mystical arts, and 18th century France? Today we're talking about Brotherhood of the Wolf on Garage Movie Reviews. Hello and welcome to Garage Movie Reviews, the show where I review all the movies in my collection right here from my garage. I'm Levi, the Garage Movie Guy, and today we're going to talk about a French film that kind of defies classification. The film is Brotherhood of the Wolf, or in French, Le Pacte des Loups. It was released in 2001 to American audiences, and it incorporates elements of action, political intrigue, and even horror. What initially drew me to this movie was the juxtaposition of martial arts with the setting of 18th century France. I haven't seen that very often, and director Christophe Gans pulls it off very well. He creates an atmosphere of mystery and tension and then sprinkles in some great action sequences, and toward the end of the film, changes the tone, making it kind of an action horror movie. I also learned fairly recently that the movie was based on actual historical events, so that makes it all the more interesting. Brotherhood of the Wolf opens up with an elderly Marquis d'Apcher, played by Jacques Perrin, writing his memoirs as the French Revolution threatens his life. He recounts a time when a series of grisly murders happened in the county of Gévaudan in 1764. The suspected perpetrator was a wolf of immense size, but when none can be found, King Louis XV dispatches his royal naturalist, Grégoire de Fronsac, played by Samuel Labine, to track and kill the beast. Fronsac is a bit of a Renaissance man and travels with his Native American friend Manny, played by Marc Dacascos. The two encounter some resistance from the likes of Jean-Francois, played by Vincent Cassel, and they begin to uncover something much larger than a singular beast at work. When approaching this film, director Christophe Gans wanted to draw upon Asian action movies to inform the fight scenes. He even spent his teen years making samurai and kung fu movies on Super 8 film. For Brotherhood, he had 3 editors, one of which was David Wu. Wu had spent a lot of time previously working with legendary action director John Woo. In fact, one of my favorite scenes is the first action scene, which introduces Manny to the audience. He's attacked by a group of soldiers dressed like women to lure the beast out of hiding. The scene happens in a downpour, which creates some beautiful slow motion shots. And Gans loves his slow motion in this movie. Some people might say that it's a little excessive, but I feel like with all the action scenes, it sort of draws out the action and adds a bit of tension. Marc Dacascos himself is a talented martial artist. His breakout role was in the 1993 film Only the Strong, which featured the Brazilian martial art of capoeira. The next year, he starred opposite Scott Wolf in the Double Dragon adaptation, and the year after that, he worked on a French adaptation of the Japanese manga Crying Freeman, directed by Christophe Gans. His other roles include Eric Draven in the TV series The Crow, Stairway to Heaven, Kung Lao in the machinima series Mortal Kombat Legacy. He even appeared as the chairman on Iron Chef America. I really appreciate Dacascos' physicality. I feel like he brings a lot to the Manny role as far as authenticity whenever Manny is in a fight. Another aspect of the fight scenes that I really enjoy is the weaponry. There are some really interesting weapons on display in this movie, some of which kind of defy physics, but I enjoy that because I'm a big fan of fighting games like Soul Calibur, so it made me enjoy the movie that much more. The composer, Joseph Leduca, provides a great score, employing some feral drums during the fight sequences and some period-appropriate music during the expository scenes. He previously acted as composer on Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, as well as Xena. His horror credits are impressive because he worked on the Evil Dead series of films, as well as the recent Starz TV series, Ash vs. Evil Dead. The first half of the film is dedicated to exploring the civil unrest that France was experiencing at the time. A lot of the characters in the film are based on historical people. In fact, Gans and writer Stéphane Capel adapted much of this story from a historical account. The Beast of Gévaudan was a name given to a creature or creatures that roamed the countryside of France from 1764 and 1767 and killed over 100 people. Often the beast's victims were found partially eaten or with their throats ripped out. For more information on the history of the beast and some theories about what actually happened, check out Cryptic's video. He's another YouTuber and he makes excellent videos that deal with the macabre and cryptids. Go check out his videos if that kind of stuff interests you. They're really high quality. A few other notables in the cast of Brotherhood of the Wolf are Jeremy Renier, who plays young Thomas d'Apcher, Emily Dequin, who plays Jean-Francois' sister, Marianne, and Monica Bellucci, who actually won a Fangoria Chainsaw Award for her depiction of Sylvia, who ends up challenging Fronsac in some unexpected ways. So what do I think about this movie? Well, the first thing that jumped out to me was how beautiful it is. Gans really has a knack for capturing beauty on film, whether it's a landscape or even a fight scene. The beginning of the film does drag a little bit, but Gans does a good job of interspersing action scenes and a little bit of humor to make that move right along. And a lot of the humor actually comes from Le Ben's performance as Fransac. He's very charismatic and just looks like a guy that loves life.
On n'est pas libertin quand on aime.
Enfin, c'est ridicule. Nous ne nous connaissons même pas.
Ah, parce que vous pensez que je parle de vous?
And because of his performance, I recommend you watch the film in French with subtitles if you can, because I've seen the English version of this movie, and I think a lot of Fransac's performance is lost with that alternate audio track. But really, my quibbles with the pacing are very minor, and overall, I just love the spectacle of this film. I almost feel like the pacing of the film in the beginning is deliberate, so when you make this heel turn halfway through the movie, there's this unexpected, dark, and weird world that opens up for you. And really, it's difficult for me to talk about this film anymore without giving a lot away, and I want you to go into it as spoiler-free as possible, but if there's interest, I wouldn't mind talking about the rest of the film, some of the plot points that are revealed in a second video. So if you're interested in that, please comment down below, and very soon I will release a video where I talk about the rest of the film. So finally, who should watch this film? Well, if you're a fan of martial arts films and you're a patient person that doesn't mind a generous amount of storytelling over the beautiful French countryside, then you're gonna like this film. And if the term action horror movie interests you at all, then Brotherhood might be for you. But that's enough from me. I wanna hear from you. Have you seen Brotherhood of the Wolf? Is this the first time you've heard of the Beast of Gévaudan? Comment down below, let's start a conversation. If this is your first time here and you like this video, please think about subscribing to my channel. But until next time, I'm Levi the Garage Movie Guy saying, see you in my garage. Action, action, action. Always felt that transcending history and the world. Test your might. If so, action, action, action. Manny was testing his might, told through eternity, eternally. Toasty!